Hello, hello, hello. I'm just, oh my God, it's my first live. I'm just going to see if I can add my lovely, there she is. There you go. Hi. Let's see if Sally is there. So today is World Cancer Day, and Sally and I wanted to get together and just share with you just how important World Blood Cancer Day is. So hey to everyone that's joining us. I hope you've got a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or something nice and cold, because it's another hot day. So I'm just going to wait for Sally. There she is. She's just trying to join. Hello. Hi, everyone. So good to see you. Let us know whereabouts in the... It won't let you in. Shall I cancel it and try and add you again? Hold on. Ah, there she is.
Oh, that's all right then. Good, jolly good. We're all right.
How are you, honey?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you? You look very
Good,
well on
yeah,
this sunny day.
Sorry?
You look very well on this sunny day.
Oh, so gorgeous, isn't it? We feel so lucky to have this weather. It's really nice.
Very lucky, very lucky. Yeah, sorry about that. It wouldn't let me join. It was really weird. So I was just like pressing the button.
That's my first live, so I was kind of like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? Press the button.
You did well. You held the fort. Well done. It was fab.
So, World Blood Cancer Day. Thanks so much for joining me today, because I know we've been trying to chat for a while, and it's just like, today is just like the perfect day, isn't it, to get together. Wearing our red.
Of course, yes.
So, again, like I say, Sally, thanks for joining us. It is World Blood Cancer Day today. Really, really important day to spread awareness about what it's all about. I think the horrifying fact for me is that the stats are every 35 seconds somewhere in the world is diagnosed with blood cancer, and that's just such a frightening thought, especially when we are given stats every day about COVID. And it's like, this is kind of just really just go under the radar, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And when you think about how many people are on the stem cell register, it's 2% of the population of the world. And it should be so much more than that, which is why we're here, really, isn't it? I'm going to sit on my foot. Hold on. Oh, that's better. Get myself up a bit higher. I felt like I was thinking. So I think we should probably say as well, Claire, that we will take some questions. Not that I'm not a doctor, but you are a nurse. But we can take. So if anyone's got any questions,
a little while, I might have to sit on my foot as well. There we go.
So if anyone has any questions as we go along, we'll try and spot them and answer them as we go along, sort of the best we can. But we really need to raise awareness, aren't we?
Definitely, absolutely. It's well, I know that you've been with DKMS for a long, long time. As I said to you yesterday, I've supported them for such a long time, but it's only now that I can, now that I'm not in the mix of the NHS and everything else, that I can, share a little bit more support. But it's frightening to think that 80,000 people a year are searching for a match, and like you say, it's really quite scary that there just aren't enough people on the register, and yet it's such a simple thing to do, isn't it, to get on that register?
Yeah, I think it's like searching for a needle in a haystack. And to be honest, before Gav, because those people that don't know, that aren't following me but are following you, might not know that my husband was diagnosed with blood cancer 5 years ago. He's now 3 years since end of treatment and in remission. It's an incurable blood cancer, but it's in remission. So it's asleep, so we tiptoe around, and in that time, I have learned so much about stem cells. I'm a stem cell geek now, but what I think...
You're doing such a great job of sharing it all.
Well, so are you. But I think what I initially thought about stem cell transplants, let's get straight in, was it's some horrible, gory operation, or you had to die, because most things, when you donate a part of you, generally you're going to die, aren't you, if you donate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Apart from maybe a kidney, I think you're allowed to donate that, aren't you, because you've still but all of the other things that you donate, generally you sign a donor card, and it's at the end of your life that you can donate to someone else. But with stem cells, It's not.
Anyone can get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not a really horrible, gory operation. It's very much like giving blood, which I never realised. And I thought, crikey, if I don't realise that,
Yeah.
other people won't realise it. So do you want me to, I've come prepared with some swabs. Look.
Oh, do you know, I've got a swab and I couldn't find it. So yes, do, please.
I've got quite a pack. So let's talk about, there's DKMS, hello. So
hello.
let's talk about getting on a stem cell register. So for DKMS, the age is 17 to 55, isn't it?
That's right, yeah, that's right.
And with Anthony Nolan, it's 16 to 30. And I think most people have heard of Anthony Nolan. Yeah. And most people, when they get past 30 and go, I'm too old, what else can I do? You can go to DKMS because they accept you up to 55.
That's right. Do they not automatically transfer you? I thought they automatically transferred.
Yeah. No. Sorry if I was confusing then. No. If you already gone on a stem cell register at 30 or under, you stay on that until you're 61. Right. And because all the registers are checked. But if you become aware of a register like me at 45, I thought, I'm too old for Anthony Nolan, but we're not too old for DKMS.
Yeah, for DKMS, so, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and then you stay on all the registers till you're 61, where you fall off the end, and you only need to be on one, because I think the danger is if you're on 2 or 3 even, when, say you needed a match, they sort of sieve all the registers, don't they, search it all. They'd come up, if you were on 3 registers, they'd find the same person 3 times. They go, oh, we've had 3 matches for you.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, you only need to be on 1, and then you come up that 1 time, which is the time they need you, hopefully. But these are the swabs that you get sent through the post. I wish I could pass one to you.
I know, yeah. That would be so cool, wouldn't it?
That would be so cool. It's just swab. So when you sign up online, there is a tiny questionnaire, isn't there?
That's right.
And it asks you about your BMI and your medical history. So if you have had it's any cancer history, isn't it? It means you can't.
Yeah.
And there are a few other little bits and bobs as well. But generally, if you're generally fit and healthy, you can.
Right.
So this is what they said. I've just dropped one. There's 3 of these. So professional.
I'll pick it up. Hold on.
Yeah. So there's 3 of these, and all you do, I won't do it like properly, but it's as simple as that, isn't it?
Absolutely.
For a minute.
They're like big like cotton buds, aren't they? And you just literally just squish them around your mouth, and it takes seconds.
Yeah, it does. You just literally swirl them around your mouth, and then they send you an envelope like this.
Yeah.
On my stories later, I'll do a swipe up. So anyone who feels like they're sitting at home thinking, what can I do?
Yeah.
Actually, this is something we can all do at home so Definitely. Easily. Because it's not dangerous at the moment. Obviously, there's COVID, and that, you know, you're putting something in your mouth that you're posting off in the post. But actually, the COVID, they leave all the envelopes for 7 days now, don't they?
That's right, yeah.
So the COVID, if it's there, will die. But the cells that they want are still very
fine. Yeah,
still absolutely fine. So there's like no risk to you, and there's no risk to them. But it will get you on the register. If you pop them back in, you need to they send it off with a barcode that you stick on your envelope that ties it to you. Otherwise, it's just a manky swab they get back.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't know who that belongs to, but thanks anyway. So you must put the barcode on, and it's free post. And then they send them all to Germany to be processed, and then you will actually get. I haven't got a donor card actually on me, but you will get a donor card sent back.
That's right. Yeah, it's like the best card, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's all right. But those donor cards are sent out in batches of, I think they do it every 3 months. So you will actually be on the register, and you have got, they could call you before you get your donor card, because you're on the register as soon as they've processed, and you should get it now. But your donor card will arrive eventually. Oh, hello, hang on, who's that? Oh, thank you.
Someone said that
she said, and it was literally as easy as that. Yeah, absolutely.
So simple.
Yeah.
And it's I think sometimes we think that you know, going on the register or being a donor, or, you know, doing this kind of process is absolutely terrifying. But like you say, it's so simple. It takes seconds, and like, especially with COVID, we all think that perhaps we shouldn't be doing this, but actually it's more important than ever, isn't it, really? And you know, it's part of your daily exercise to get to the post box. So
exactly.
So please do it. Please do it.
Yeah. And it's really important. I mean, all charities at the moment are taking a hit, but, you know, DKMS is close to our hearts, so we'll talk about them. But, you know, there's no donor drives going on at the moment, because obviously that is high risk, and you know, the people that are signing up, it's really dropped. So we really need people to sit at home and sign up. Oh, what did she say? Hang on, my God.
Oh, she got declined.
You see, yeah, there's a few questions, and I get asked them a lot, and it's that your BMI is taken into consideration. So if your BMI is too low or too high, you will be declined. I don't know if that's the reason why they declined you. It could have been another medical issue.
Yeah.
But I get asked it. So shall I say what about the BMI and why they would decline?
Yeah, that'd be great.
So if you have to donate your stem cells, or if you're asked to donate your stem cells because you've been found to be a match for somebody, as you know, it happens in two ways. 90% of it's out of your arm. Like, it's just like giving blood. So they take blood out of your arm, and within the blood are the stem cells, and then they separate the stem cells off and put the blood they don't need back in your other arm, and you replenish your own stem cells after a while, to a couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah.
In the other 10% of cases, as you would well know, this being a nurse, it's taken out of where loads of stem cells live, or bone marrow lives, which is in your biggest bone, which is hip and pelvis area. And that sounds really like gory, and that could put you off. But actually, it is a general, and this will bring me onto the BMI in a sec. It's a general anaesthetic, and they take what's it called? Is it aspirate?
Yes. that would resonate with lots of people. Yeah. So exactly what they do.
Yeah. I don't know the technical word. So under anaesthetic, they would take it from your hip, aspirate it from your hip in however many files they need, 3 or 4 files or whatever it is. Yeah. And that wouldn't be very pleasant if you were awake. So they put you under. Now, this is where the BMI comes into it. If your BMI is too high, and you might butt in if I get this wrong, but the risk of you under a general anaesthetic that actually you don't need for your own health, if you're having an operation and you need it, that's fine. But if you're doing it for somebody else and your BMI is high, the risk is of you going under a general anaesthetic. It's a risk, isn't it, to you?
It's all about looking after not just one patient but 2 patients, and it's making sure that the donor is not only doing an amazing thing but is safe under anaesthetic.
Yeah, I mean,
yes, you're absolutely right, and it's, you know, obviously with any anaesthetic there's a risk. And when they look at the BMI, they want the risk to be, or any anaesthetic, they want the risk to be as low as possible.
Yeah.
But when I say risk to any anaesthetic, with anything, there's a risk. But it's all about keeping it as minimal as possible. Yeah.
And I think
that's why they have to have a border or and kind of boundaries around what's acceptable and what's just over or just under.
Yes, because DKMS will take you as the donor, your health and your risk as importantly as their patient. So that's the high BMI. The low BMI, because I get people messaging me saying, well, I'm 7.5 stone or whatever, and I'm fit and healthy, and why am I too low? That could be because before you actually donate your stem cells, you're visited, I don't know how many days, 3 days I think it is, prior to the day you donate, by a nurse to wherever you live or work, and she will give you stimulating injections. So it stimulates your stem cells to produce more than they would possibly need. If your BMI is under whatever their threshold, it's quite possible that even with the stimulating injections, you can't produce enough stem cells for the patient. So it's not that you're too thin or too skinny or can't cope. It's purely that your body is not able to produce enough stem cells in the millions that the millions it's in a bag like that that the patient needs. So that's the BMI threshold sorted out. If anyone's got any more questions. No, not yet. Oh, that's good. That means we're answering the questions.
So another way that people can support is not just by, if doing the swab and coming on the register is a little bit too scary. The other thing that they can do is they can text, can't they? So if you text to donate, if you text, I think it's 90790 and to WBCD, so World Blood Cancer Day, you can donate £5, and that really, really helps them as well. So there's 2 things that you can do, which is fabulous. And the other thing you can do is today, obviously, wear red and just
press the donate button.
press the donate button. It's just there. And you know, just create more awareness about this, because it is one of those, unfortunately, one of those cancers that just massively goes under the radar. And like you were saying about the charities, you know, the London Marathon is a huge money earning event. Thank you, that's the word I'm looking for. Event for these charities and DKMS in particular. So anything that your followers, my followers, can do would be really amazing.
Because every single swab test, although you're not charged for them, they are free, but they're not actually free. They cost DKMS 40 quid to process. So literally every penny really does count.
It really does. It really does. And that's why there's also a huge drive on people actually sending them back. So it's great that you go, yes, please, I want to go on the register. But I think the fear at the moment is it's not safe for me to do. It's not safe for me to go outside and post it.
Well, people just forget. They go, I've done it.
Yeah, that's it.
But actually, they're sitting in the drawer and they're like, oh, God, it's a bit of a faff. I've got to stick a thing on. I've got to wait for it to dry and I'm not sure I'll do it right. It's a bit like when you get your next delivery and it's the first time you've done a return. You kind of think, oh, I don't know how to do it. But actually, it's easy. It's actually really easy. And it literally doesn't take long. And it really makes you feel good when you've posted it back. You've got a little kick in your step. Like, I could be the one that actually, because it's not like blood.
I remember messaging you going, I got my card.
Yeah.
Because I was on the anti-Denham register, and you know, I'd moved and I hadn't kept up to date with where I was living. And I just thought, I've got to just make sure that they can find me, because that would be just the most amazing gift, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And
you've got, so Sarah Smart, so Sarah, hi Sarah, you've got one to post. Are you going to commit to doing it today? Please go and do it today.
Thank you. And is it M? I'm going to
let you say that one.
She's going to sign up now. Yes. I will put a swipe up on my stories, I promise.
I can't do a swipey up thing, but please do.
Yeah, I will, don't worry. Don't worry, it's fine. So
it's Emily. Hi, Emily.
Oh, it's Emily. Oh yes, I called you Em, so yeah. And smart Sarah.
Sarah's going to dig it out.
Sarah's well smart. She's going to dig hers out. Thank you, Sarah. You're very smart.
She's super smart. And CV is going to sign up now. Oh, that's amazing. Tag us in when you do, when you get your card.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just we are all kind of all sitting at home. The ones that are sitting at home, obviously there are people out working and everything, so I'm sort of not meaning to generalise, but a lot of us are sitting at home wondering what we can do. And oh my goodness, someone's donated 10 quid. Oh wow, that's like magic. That's so cool.
It is, isn't it? Go on, someone do it again.
That's really cool that you can see that. I don't know whether everyone else can see that, but anyway, we can.
Well, when I went onto the live thing, it just said, it had a little heart and it said fundraiser, and I was like, oh,
press that.
Let me press that.
What does that button do?
That's so fabulous. Oh, thank whoever that was. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that is amazing. So shall we delve into, because I know we were talking yesterday about people not going to the doctors quite as much. Oh, just received her swabs today. Yes, that Lisa.
Oh, that's amazing.
So Lisa has had a stem cell transplant herself. He's just popped up there.
Oh, fab.
Yeah, she's lovely. Thank you, Lisa. So should we have a little chat then about, again, I'm not a doctor, but I do know the signs and symptoms of blood cancer, as you do too. And people are ignoring things at the moment, aren't they? You know, it's all over the news that people are not being referred and everything's 4 years ago tomorrow. Oh wow,
that's amazing.
And that was acute myeloid leukemia. That's a nasty one. And it was her sister. Her sister was her match, which is quite the percentage chance of your sister or your sibling being a match isn't. You would think it would be like 90%. It's not. I can't remember what the percentage is, but it's quite low.
Mm. That's so good.
So symptoms,
yeah, and like you say, it is all over the news, but it is also you know, we've got friends and family that work in the NHS as well, and the A&E units and the GP surgeries are much quieter, because people think, I don't want to go in, I don't want to bother them, I don't want to you know, possibly catch COVID or what have you, but they are saying you really must, if you've got any signs or any symptoms, you really must, of anything, whether it's, you know, heart, whatever, you really must go
anywhere. Yeah, definitely.
So signs and symptoms. There are a few, but there isn't. Blood cancer, it's not a tricky one, but there are a few, because there are so many different symptoms for lots of different cancers. But with the common ones for blood cancer, as I'm sure you know too, coughing, and you can get some chest pain, fever and chills. You can become, tired, malaise, fatigued quite quickly.
It's the sort of tired that a sleep doesn't fix.
Yeah. So you wake up shattered, you're walking up the stairs and you're shattered, just that kind of tiredness. Night sweats is obviously another common one that can happen as well, but also it's important to remember that some people don't get any symptoms at all.
Yeah, and also menopausal women get night sweats. That doesn't immediately mean you've got
absolutely. all the weather. Yeah. So it's just, there's been another donation.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, so far, that's so fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, Jack's just spent ages trying to find his card. Oh my God, no one panic. Did you find it? Did you find it, Jack? Oh my God. And other symptoms would be like, so blood cancer is a sort of cancer of the immune system, if you like. Yeah. And when your immune system is fighting something, your glands go up, don't they? So if you're fighting
my next one,
you're fighting a cough or a cold or anything like that, the chances you will feel glands in your neck up.
That's right.
If they don't go back down, and if you feel lumps under your arm, all lumps are lymph nodes here. Yeah. So here under your arm, in your groin, and they're closer to the surface. So you have got them in your tummy and other places. But if you have glands that are up and won't go down, and you're really tired, you're having night sweats, you've got maybe peculiar bruising or itching, or you're having nose
breathing, you can get shortness of breath.
Yeah, or a cough that doesn't go away, or tummy pain. See, all of these can be like, I've just got a bit of a bug. It's really hard to pin it down. If you have an acute form of blood cancer, you will know all about it, and they'll, it'll show in your blood tests. If you have a chronic kind of blood cancer, it could take months or even years to be diagnosed.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And this is the bit that always blows me away, is that Gav's blood tests were always normal. And he's got blood cancer, stage 4 blood cancer, and his blood tests were normal. So go figure that. But I think if it was an acute form of blood cancer and it was attacking you, your blood would not be normal at all. No. Even some chronic cancers, your bloods wouldn't be normal. But with Gav's particular type, which is follicular non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, his bloods were normal, and it was found sort of by accident, looking for something else on a scan. Really? Yeah. Quick bit about us. Oh, hang on, what's this? No symptoms other than bruising. And you went down, Lisa. You went downhill.
Diagnosed super
quick, didn't you? You went downhill super quick, and that's acute myeloid leukemia for you. And I think, we were chatting at an event about this, and I think she will correct me if I'm wrong. With AML, I think there's even different strains of that under that umbrella, because this is where it all began with me, Claire. Is 27 years ago. My uncle died of AML 2 weeks after diagnosis, which has made me hardwired to be terrified of blood cancer. And that's what I thought, you'd just die immediately. Yeah. As she replied. Yeah, she did. She went down super quick. Yet I've met.
That's why it's called acute. It
kicks you hard. And I also met a man last year who had a stem cell transplant. He became really poorly visiting his son in America with his wife. And within days, he was floored. He managed to get home, and he's had a stem cell transplant. And 5 years on, he's cured. He's clear of cancer now. Unfortunately, my uncle, he had a different type of that. And they didn't even mention stem. They could barely get the chemo into him quick enough. Yeah. But again, this is 27, I think, years ago now. So
so much has changed.
Absolutely, especially with liquid cancers. Things have changed. I'd love to know if he wouldn't have died if it was now, because there's so much more.
So much.
There was no such thing as immunotherapy then, I don't think. If there was, he didn't have it.
Yeah.
Right, what's she say?
Someone's laughing.
Yeah. Oh. Ooh. God, 15 quid, this is brilliant. It's well worth a chat, isn't it?
I'm so chuffed. I'm gonna text as well. But yeah, it's just brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's fab. It's just fab. It's just fab. So yeah, so today is all about just global awareness, isn't it? And just making sure that people know the signs and symptoms. They know how to, contact, because GPs are still, a lot of them are doing, telephone clinics and things as well, aren't they? So if you are concerned or are worried about anything at all, just make the call. And if you're not concerned and you're fit and you're healthy and you want to get on the register, then
do that. I've got lots of in my story highlights, if anyone is ever worried, I've left a heap of stories. If you just scroll across the top, it'll say blood cancer or symptoms or something. So there's like loads of information there. And also on my blog, which is gettingstuffdoneinheels.com, there's a part of it that I've put aside specifically for blood cancer. It's called Thicker Than Water. So you can just Google Getting Stuff Done in Heels Thicker Than Water, where people have sent me in their stories that I've then posted. So it's becoming a bit of a library about different sorts of blood cancer.
Oh, the stories are just incredible though, aren't they?
Yeah, oh look,
They really are.
Daddy is the donor and Mummy's still waiting. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oscar is, Aussie Bear is, one day when they're home from Singapore, because, if I've got this right, Oscar it would have been on the news and everyone would have seen it. And you remember this too, Claire, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. Was it last year? Was it the year before? Oh, I'm not sure. But he needed a stem cell donor. It got on the news. There were queues for miles, even just to his primary school, of people wanting to donate, to get on the register for him. He found a stem cell donor. He didn't. They did. And unfortunately, he relapsed. And then I think, if this is right, I hope I'm getting it right. She'll tell me if I'm not. You can't have 2 stem cell transplants within a year if you relapse in the UK under NHS guidelines. So they went to Singapore and he's had CAR T therapy, which is brand new. She can answer.
So no, I haven't come across that.
It's really new, CAR T, and it's not an easy road to go down. But
no. Correct. I'm just saying it's correct.
Correct. Oh, thank God. And Oscar's dad is the donor. And Oscar had his stem cells from his daddy a few weeks ago, and I'm glued. Whenever they post, I'm literally on the edge of my seat. They are the most amazing family. She's
so incredible.
And Oscar is now cancer-free, still in Singapore, and doing so well.
Amazing.
Well done, Sally. I'm getting it right. Oh my God. Yes. Anyone can just go to Hand in Hand for Oscar and you'll see the proper story. Hang on, what she said.
Oh, so lovely.
Oh, we love you too. And he's just doing he is this little boy. He's 6. Is he 6? He's 6, isn't he? And he's doing amazingly well. And it doesn't mean cancer free. Oh yeah, he can come home. He's out of the woods. It's a long journey to full recovery. But what they've done for him in Singapore, well, they've saved his life. And
incredible.
His dad donated his stem cells, which is just amazing.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
We love Oscar. We do, Jackie.
Yeah. One day we're going to meet up. DKMS will do a thing, and I've met Lisa, but I want to meet Aussie Bear. He's the hero, isn't he?
That would be amazing. Wouldn't that be amazing?
It really would. Yeah. Has anyone else got any questions? Anything? Oh, I'll put my glasses on. Have a look. Wait for any more questions to come through. So your background was oncology nursing.
Yeah, so I trained at Mary's in London quite a long time ago. And one of the main reasons I went into oncology nursing was that I actually had a back injury when I was working on the emergency admissions ward. And what I loved about that ward was the fact that it was chaotic. Everyone was kind of bounced from casualties straight onto our ward. So we would have anything and everything. But we would see these patients for maybe 24, at most 48 hours. But the patients that we did see not on a regular basis, but on, patients that we knew would be the cancer patients that had their chemo, that were coming in because they were either having side effects or symptoms or just, poorly. And so I got to know them, and it was just incredible, their stories. And that's where my love for oncology nursing started. And as time went on, my back injury was getting worse, and I was like, right, I need to embrace what I love, which is one of my stories on my post today, is, do what you love. And that was, I found this real pull towards oncology nursing, but it all kind of tied in together. So I went down the route of doing my degree and specialised in, cancer nursing, end of life, that kind of thing, and support for the family and friends as well, which is really crucial, really, really crucial. It's, you don't just have a patient when you're nursing, you have the whole family and their friends as well, because it affects everybody, doesn't it? And with that, I moved from London down to Devon, which is where I am now, and ran the chemo unit there, and went into research and nursing as well. It's just, I just...
It's in you, isn't it? You're what I call somebody who goes around with their wings tucked in their knickers, because I just think oncology nurses, all nurses, are just angels. It's a job I could never do. You amaze me. Someone just said, I lost my dad to AML. And even though I'm a nurse, I didn't know about DKMS until she followed me. My whole family now on the register. Thank you. Thank you. The more people should know about this. What I want is it to be on Stand Up to Cancer, because we watch that programme and we all think, what can we do? What can we do? They would get so many swipe ups if Adam Hills was there doing a swab. Oh my God. It should
has to be our mission, doesn't it? Like, who do you want to be doing swabs? That's what my plan today is, just to get as many people to get swabbing.
And to tell everyone how easy it is, because I'm pretty sure if I just thought, ooh, give me this horrible thing to do, then I realised it isn't. And actually, you do get to if you are the donor, and if you're paired up, if you're a match, it's a genetic match. So actually, I will say about this is, I found this fascinating. I'm such a geek. If I donated my stem cells to you, Claire, you could be whatever blood type you are, and say I'm a different blood type. Yeah, it doesn't matter what different blood types. It's the cells they want. 100 days post transplant, your blood type would be exactly the same as mine. You'd switch. So you could be an A, I could be a B, and 100 days later you would be my blood type. And I find that the man I met, it was a DKMS donor and patient meeting conference thing. It was amazing. And he was telling this story and blew my mind, and I'll just quickly repeat it. And it was, he'd had his stem cell transplant years before, a lady called Karen. And in fact, she was 60, I think. She'd got on the stem cell donor just in time, registered just in time, and she was actually I think she was 60, so it's quite late, so you can still do it. You sign up at 55, you're still there. And if it wasn't for her, he would have died. And he said that he, with his family, you can do those genetic test things that tells you whether you're part Spanish or where you came from, all that. And his family all did it, and he did it too, ancestry thing. And his kept coming back as a fault, like, no, that can't be right. Please do it again. And he was coming back as female, and he was coming, and because his blood is now Karen's blood, so she shared her immune system with him, her healthy immune system, and that means that he produces her blood. So their blood is the same, it's identical. So so he knew, he's like, well, I know her ancestry history, but I don't know my own, because he has none of his own blood left. His body makes her blood now, which I just find that amazing. And what the lovely thing is, 6 months after you donate, you would get a letter through saying whether your patient is doing well or not. Yes. And this all comes through the charities, whichever one, DKMS or Anthony Nolan, they keep you posted. And not, it doesn't save everybody's life. It doesn't. No. You don't just pop into hospital, have a stem cell transplant, and then you're out the next day. They basically obliterate your own immune system with loads of chemo, and then try and build you back up and hope that it all takes, And you're very vulnerable for months afterwards. So it's not just like a magic fix. It is magic, but it doesn't happen quickly. And so after a year, they update you again, and then you're allowed to send emails to each other via DKMS, but not giving any hint where you're from. They'll tell you UK female, that's about it, or wherever each one's from.
Right. Yeah.
And then after 2 years, they obviously, if the patient is still doing really well and that they both agree, that they release the details and you get to meet. Woo! It's just goosebumps.
Yeah, oh, I've seen some of the stories and it's just incredible. It's just incredible, isn't it? It's just absolutely...
I can't think of another thing that you could donate from your body where you would get to meet each other, because like we said earlier, you would be, if you're donating something like a vital organ, or you're you're not going to be meeting anyone.
I have heard of some stories actually where people have donated, but the family of that person has met the recipient.
Because
like you said, you can't actually meet that person, and it's just so incredibly emotional, and what an incredible thing to do. All for just a little swipe.
We've got 25 quid.
Oh my gosh,
thank you so much.
That is amazing. Thank you so much.
Cool.
Who was that just donated then? We'd love to know. I'd love to know.
I don't know that. I don't think it says. It might say if you tap on it or something. I don't know.
Oh, it might do. Can we view it? Hold on. Caroline Grieve, Jack. Thank you, Jack, and Lily Sand. Is that?
Oh, thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Heroes, all
amazing.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Incredible. Oh, did all.
You did it well. You did it close to the live. I think the worst bit about lives is the 2 minutes before, when you're sitting here waiting, going, "Oh God, I need to wee and haven't got time."
I know. I had to give the family a pep talk. I'm like, "You're not going to come in, are you? You're not going to. Can you go out?"
I was a bit worried a half-naked teenager would just stroll through and not realise. I forgot.
I know. I thought, gosh, that could be really awkward. And I'm so glad you managed to get on as well, because I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to be...
It wouldn't let me. Maybe it's because did you offer me to join and then I tried to join, so it was like clashing each other. I don't know.
Oh, possibly. Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, we managed it. We did it. And thank you for watching, folks. Hope it was handy.
Oh, yeah. Thanks everyone for joining in. And thank you, Sally, for joining on my first ever live, but also
congratulations
day as well.
Thank you for asking me. Right, I'll stick a swipe up on my stories in a minute, so if people want to learn more about it, it'll go exactly to the right page, so it'll be really, really easy.
Fabulous. And I'll do some stories as well with all the information about where to text, and I can't do the swipey thing, but I can do the other bits. So
and let's say a big thank you for watching to Aussie Bear and his mum and dad in Singapore. We love you and can't wait to meet you. Can't wait to get you home.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, everyone.
Remember, guys, in all of your stories today, the hashtag WBCD, and obviously wear it red as well. That'd be amazing. Let's get the word out there.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Bye. I've got to switch it off now. I don't know how to switch it off. You switch it off. Yes, I'll go first.
It's like redoing the whole FaceTime piece. So you press the button. Okay, I'm just like, bye-bye.
Bye.